Hello everyone, welcome back to Power Rangers Centurion, the only Rem Alternis livestream that proves that places can be just as weird as Angel Grove, which is totally not in California. Thank you to Rem Alternis for this opportunity to live our best lives and explore the Power Rangers TTRPG, written by Renegade Game Studios and using the Essence 20 system, which if you've done the G.I. Joe or Transformers or My Little Pony game or bought the new book where you can like My Little Pony mix all of those, you've used it as well. So let's go around the table with to talk with our teens with attitude that are here. I'll just start on my left as I see it. Probably not as you see it because I don't know where everybody is on the overlay because I'm old and I forget things. John Blair is here. Hello, John.
Hi, it's me, John Blair. I am here playing Felix Boucheron. You can also catch me on the Power Rangers podcast, Sentinels of Senior Year, if that's still what it's called, playing Brick Kerrigan, another Pink Ranger. My only access to the grid is through the shade of pink.
Yes, and technically, Sentinels of Senior Year has not yet begun. But you can listen into Becoming Mighty and Morphin to see how Brick becomes the next version of themselves and get prepped for Sentinels of Senior Year, whenever that will be. Currently,
Right.
still being recorded. Very exciting.
Right. Yeah, that part.
Um, yes, that I will ask you as well. Did you get to see the Power Ranger episode that came out today on the Netflix?
I have not seen it yet. I am waiting till I had to work this morning, so I was at work this morning and then I had to come and do this and then I will be watching it after our game tonight, so I'm very excited.
Ooh, we will go as quickly as possible, romping through the fields of Centurion Ridge, so you can enjoy the power of. I think it's called once and forever, once and always,
Once
once and
and
future, something.
always, yes.
Once and always. Also, once and always, a Green Ranger slash Black Ranger. Eric is here. Hello, Eric.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm a little tired, but I'll be okay.
All right.
And I did watch the new thing. That's what I was doing during technical time. So
Ooh. Well, I hope that you can get the sand out of your eyes because you fell through black quicksand. So too many different type of sands. You don't want that.
no.
Speaking of people going through black quicksand, Isabits is back. You may know Isabits by many other names, including Freya this upcoming Friday on Well of the Worlds.
Freya, Drusilla, um, Jane. I go by many names around here. But yeah, you can catch me on like Clockwork. You can catch me on Well of the Worlds. You can catch me with Brick Kerrigan on the Becoming Mighty and Morphin podcast. I'm everywhere. Unfortunately, I'm
We're
sorry.
everywhere. And for the Streamathon coming up in just like a week and a half, really,
Yeah,
you are also GMing Blades in the Dark, which I'm very excited
I
about because
am.
I'm playing in it. Yes. Um,
You and Link actually are both playing. Are both going to be my
it's
victims.
true. It's very exciting. I'm very excited about it. I'm also very excited to have Link here, or as I know you as Grim.
Correct. Yeah, I'm here for this, and I'm also playing in Well of the Worlds. Tuesdays, you can catch me on Lucas G Variety playing Fallout and Power Rangers alternatively. I am looking forward to the actually a couple of games I got in on to my knowledge for the Streamathon. So my face will show up a couple of times. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fabulous. You are fabulous. And we have other fabulous cast members that could not be with us today. Reese, who is our Joker slash RoboCop character, as they've been so lovingly described by others. They are not able to join us because they are quite busy doing Power Ranger things behind the scene with Renegade Game Studios. And our stalwart Yellow Ranger, Katie slash Leia, is not able to be with us. She is in rehearsals for an opera, which is very exciting. And I think I put the link in our general for people that want to. They have like a live stream option They're doing rehearsals right now, but you can buy tickets for live stream. And if you feel like spending a lot of money, I'm also still doing a virtual fundraiser for baked goods for my MFA program. So you could totally win a baked good of your choice sent to your house or sent to your mom's house if you want an easy way to do Mother's Day. I don't know. If you win, I'll send baked goods to whoever you want. And you can find out about that in the Rem Alternis Discord, which if you haven't joined, you should join because it's super cool. All right. So finally, for the players, as we're rounding out introductions, do not forget to take your story point for being in this episode. And for everyone watching live on Twitch, you can also become a member of the Ridge Ranger Ally Club. And this will help you be part of the game because as an audience member, you can help control the way the story goes. If you follow the Rem Alternis Twitch channel, you will be able to gift an extra story point to a ranger or to the GM of your choice. And that is kind of gifting an extra story point is kind of the same as inspiration if you like for D&D. They're also, for an amount of bits that you spend, there are Ernie Coppers, Alpha Silvers, Red Bug Golds, or a Morphin Master Point to give away, just like Link got in the last episode. And that Morphin Master Point is given when you subscribe to the Rem Alternis Twitch that you are currently watching and has a few different uses. Such as a one-time shift up of 2 on a dice roll, which can be very useful. And that means that if a player has a Morphin Master Point, they're probably going to think pretty long and hard about when to use it, because you only get it when somebody subscribes and gives it to you. But that's the joy of telling our story together. And we're going to tell the story together in just a second. And just as teens with attitude across the universe like to say, it's time to get more phenomenal. Welcome back. Just to give a brief recap, last episode you all met Alpha 5 via a TV screen that then got exploded. You met a stranger that kind of looked like the Joker, or at least that's what Alex told you, and a purple goo man who calls himself Ivan Ooze and who turned the floor of the Ultramole into some sort of black quicksand and then made giant Centinoid ravens appear, which don't think about too much. At a certain point, each of you fell into or dived into the quicksand, as it were. You did find that it wasn't as deep as you might have thought quicksand to be. You fell down into a cavern below the quicksand that apparently exists below this new Ultramole. The focal point of this cavern you fell into is a giant cracked open egg with radioactive green-looking ooze pooled at the bottom of it. If everyone could roll me acrobatics to see how you stuck the landing. If you jumped into the black quicksand instead of simply falling through, please give me that acrobatics with an edge. And that applies to Link, who was saving Jules, Felix, who shot the quicksand to go on his own terms, and then Ace, who also dove in on their own terms. So Link, Felix, and Ace, you can give me acrobatics with an edge. Jules, give me acrobatics, and we're going to say that Leia falls down with you. So she'll be there, but she'll just be watching what everyone does.
Ooh. I got an 8.
Felix got a 12.
Felix got a 12. Jules got an 8.
Well,
Luckily,
since I'm supposed to have a snag, it won't let me. I don't know how to get it to let me roll with just the d20, so I'm gonna just roll the dice.
Yeah, you can just roll the advanced dice roll. Just roll me d20. Okay, so Felix, you're going to land more or less on your feet. Um, Alex, you're going to land the closest to the egg, so much so that the top of your helmet is going to have a little bit of green radioactive goo on it. Jules, you land in a sitting position because you really thought quicksand meant it was going to be deeper. And Link, you kind of tumble down close to Alex, but you do not end up with goo on your helmet. Probably thankfully. You are now in a cavern. You are still wearing your power suit. There are dirt walls in this cavern. It makes kind of a large oval shape. You see a couple of construction lights scattered throughout, so I guess they made construction down this way. And you are currently in a cavern. You have fallen down black quicksand. No Reese and no Ivanus, but a giant, weird, cracked open egg.
I land on my feet, and I take a look around, and I say, where are we? Is this still part of the mall? Is this under the mall? And I'm gonna walk towards the egg full of green goo.
Okay.
Link is gonna get up. I was not expecting to fall through. Ow. That didn't actually hurt. That's weird.
You'll feel it later. your body would be like, "Oh, I fell a lot."
Jules is still sitting on the ground, looking up, trying to like do science in her head. Like, okay, that quicksand should not have fallen this far. Where are we? And she's like trying to figure out what exactly is going on, but she's still sitting on the ground, trying to like figure things out in her head.
The ceiling is like the black quicksand, but like the other side of it too. So like you're sciencing looking up at
Is it
black
dripping?
quicksand, which is no. It's
Okay.
like just moving. It's like a conveyor belt of black sand, just moving one direction to the other.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, she's just sitting like staring up at it, trying to figure things out in her head.
Okay.
Link is gonna walk over and like hold his hand out for Jules. Come on.
What? Oh, thank you. And she grabs his hand and gets up. Thank you.
What were you looking at?
Well, you would think that it would be dripping. But it's like there's an invisible floor, so it can't drip, but yet we fell through it, and I don't understand. And I need to understand what's going on.
Is there anything on the ground?
Give me an alertness roll.
There's no use, Bookworm. It's obvious that all logic has been thrown out the window since we're fighting a big snot monster.
Oh, Ivanus would absolutely. Please take a story point for calling Ivanus a giant snot monster. He would hate that. With that 11, there are a couple of military badges kind of scattered on the ground, and you see little pieces of white bone, so doesn't seem to be attached to anything. It's like maybe someone buried their pet beneath the place that was the Altrinol, and now it just lives here.
Oh god. Link is gonna like jump and like, why are there bones on the ground? And is that a I think people have died here.
It's a very small bone. It could be animal or person.
Okay.
Obviously, it was a long time ago, though, because they're just bones now, so it's okay. Jules is gonna go over and start like picking up the bones and staring at them and like trying to see if she can figure out if they're human or animal. So, would that be alertness or like culture or?
Sounds like
Biology.
It's like a science roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can totally do a science roll if you want to.
Sure. Oh no, I can't. I'm still confused by falling, and the ground is not dripping. And
It's true. That 8, I'm gonna give you that for an 8. It's like a finger from a squirrel, maybe, or something. It's too tiny to be a human.
okay.
It's very light.
I think it's some kind of animal bone. Don't freak out. It's fine.
Okay. Well, throw it at the ceiling.
You want me to throw this poor animal's bone at the ceiling? That seems mean. We should bury it
I mean-
or something.
If it's quicksand, it'll be buried.
yeah, maybe it works in reverse. If we can get up back through the quicksand, we can get back to the fight above. Although I'm not sure if we really want to do that.
Well, okay. I'm not very good at throwing things, so if one of you wants to try it here, and she holds out the bone. If somebody else thinks they can hit the quicksand, I don't think I can.
I mean, I could probably throw it. Since I'm just throwing it at basically the ceiling, it shouldn't be too hard. I can throw it at full strength, but if I'm trying to hit a small target, that is outside of my area of expertise.
Felix just runs over to Jules, picks up the piece of bone out of her hand, and throws it into the black quicksand that's above us. And using my targeting, I got a 20.
Great. You cause it to ricochet. You throw it so hard with so much force, it like ricochets back down almost immediately, and like bursts into like a million tiny squirrel finger pieces.
Ow! Be careful. I guess that didn't work.
So, apparently we can't go back up through the ceiling.
Ace, what are you up to? Have you just accepted the green radioactive ooze as your new home?
Ace is sitting on the ground right now, and he's fuming inside his helmet. He stands up. He looks at the green ooze from his helmet, throws it on the ground, walks over, grabs the Red Ranger by the shoulder and spins him around. Gets in his face. You're supposed to be the leader. That does not mean you rush head first without a thought, putting everyone else in danger. If you can't handle that, I'd say go home, but there's no place to go. It's not a game. It's not a movie. Not a TV show. It's not a Netflix special. You risked everyone's life by not thinking. That's your job, is to think about the team.
Wait. What? Are you sure?
I've done
Like-
this before.
Just because I'm in red, I'm supposed to be the one in charge?
No, you're the leader. That doesn't mean you're in charge. That means you think before you act. You lead.
That implies somewhat being in charge. I'm not good at that. I mean,
Well, maybe you'd better get good at it real quick.
Everyone give me an alertness roll.
I failed because it's roll 20.
You haven't done the alertness roll yet. You might succeed.
5.
Can I use the investigation specialization in this?
I think you should.
Okay.
I got a 5.
are we being snuck up on?
You are not being snuck up on.
Okay, because my perk says that I cannot be surprised while I am conscious.
That's fair.
I'd rather be not surprised when I'm unconscious.
That's fair.
Whoa.
For Link and Jules, you will see this first. Link, you're trying to look at anywhere but the person currently yelling at you, and Jules, your eyes just kind of go to this. I'm going to show you this picture.
Oh boy.
Just out of the sand, seemingly apropos of nothing, like skeletons start to rise from the floor. Felix and Alex, you're kind of Alex, especially, you are currently looking directly at Link, so you are not paying attention. And Felix, you're enjoying the drama. Like if you had popcorn, you'd probably be eating the popcorn, is my guess. Um, right? Maybe.
What?
Are you living for the drama, Felix?
I don't. I think Felix might be a little bit in shock, hearing that. But there's definitely an aspect of being curious by the drama for sure.
You're also going to be in shock because as they come up from the ground, they lunge at both you and Alex. There's 4 of them, and they grapple you both from behind.
Why am I seeing dead people? You said that was a skeleton. That wasn't a human bone. Why are there human bones?
Everyone, please give me initiative.
To be fair, the bone that I was looking at was not human. I never said they were not all human.
Oh my god.
How is everybody doing?
Why are these so? I got a 20, but Jules got a 16 and Link got a 21 for initiative, which is insane. Could use some of these high rolls later on in the game.
It's
I'm
true.
obviously saving mine up.
Yeah, nope, that's my one good roll for the night. Sorry, I wasted it on initiative.
You did pretty well with the sciencey stuff earlier. So do I have everyone on my little sheet here? So Link, you're first.
Skeletons have grabbed his new teammates. It's the best way to put it.
Two of them, in fact, yes.
Yeah, he's gonna. We have instead of the Astro Blasters, we have Blade Blasters. Yes.
Yes, because I made that snafu. So yes, you get Blade Blasters.
Excellent. All right. Yeah, he's not gonna think about that. He's just gonna go for. Why not? I think it's 2 downshifts for the strike to be able to do actual damage instead of stun damage.
Maybe we will say yes, and then if need be, we can reverse that later. Let's see if it says on your sheet. Because you're talking about using Power Strike, right? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm actually talking about using one of the unarmed weapon, one of the unarmed attacks. I think it's Brawl.
Oh,
normally
yeah.
just stun.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember the mechanic for that off of my head. I just always do Brawl the same way I would do a Might Roll, essentially. So.
Okay.
Yeah. If you are you helping the person who was yelling at you half a second ago, or are you helping the person that wasn't yelling at you half a second ago?
Well, the person who's yelling at me half a second ago is in my face, and he's got a skeleton on him. That's the closest target to me.
Little skeleton backpack.
Yep. So he's actually going to we'll see how he rolls and see what happens.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Was it 11?
An 11 does hit. Were you just punching the skeleton?
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. It's if its face is next to the Black Ranger's helmet. He's just gonna like reflexively reach out and punch it.
Great. You punch it. It falls off of Alex's back as the Black Ranger and seems to disintegrate into sand.
We shouldn't stay here for very long. I get the feeling these things are going to keep coming. This is like one of those bad zombie movies.
Or a good zombie movie. Felix, your turn.
I'm currently grappled by a skeleton.
You are currently grappled by a skeleton, yes.
I would love to not be grappled by a skeleton. What do I roll for that?
Give me a might roll to be ungrappled.
Oh my gosh. Not a
You have to get an
might
11
roll.
or higher. You could do. Do you want to like try to like parkour off a wall? Like you could try something else.
Can I do anything with finesse? Wait. Wait. No, that's too risky. Never mind.
Do it. Do it anyway.
no.
You have a skeleton backpack, so it's
Okay,
up
can
to
I-
you.
You can use finesse as a martial arts.
Sure, yeah. That's what I said.
Okay. Okay. I'm going
You could
to
like acrobatics yourself into the ground, just like do a full on like WWE body slam or something.
Well, I have a really high persuasion with flattery. I was gonna try and maybe flirt the skeleton off of me.
I think that would be saucy. I think you should do that.
That's amazing. I'm so excited for this.
Okay. I guess I should roll it first, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Using specialization, yes.
You always should use a specialization.
Okay. No.
Amazing.
Yeah, that does not mean it. It hisses at you, even though it doesn't have a tongue, and it sounds like a goose.
Can I can I maybe act this out a little bit?
You can totally act this out. The skeleton hisses at you as you're trying to flatter it.
Skeleton, if that's what you are, I know I look very appetizing and definitely worth the kill, but I promise if you let me go, maybe we might be able to work something out. Oh no. Oh, it's hissing at me. Oh, never mind.
Yes.
It's amazing.
What's going to be worse is that it's now the skeleton's turn, and because you have a skeleton on you, it's going to attempt to bite you, or rather,
Nice.
your helmet. And the other skeletons in the room are going to attempt to grapple. Jules and Link, and Alex, you're going to notice out of the corner of your eye that though one has fallen, a new one seems to be rising out of the ground, which is super fun. So we're going to do the bite first. This is going to be...
What is this against? My toughness?
Yes, this is going to be against your toughness. What is your toughness?
12, but I'm morphed, so 13.
13. Yes.
Unless light armor doesn't. Oh no, it does.
No light
Ha
armor.
ha ha.
That's okay. It tries to gnaw. It doesn't know that you're wearing a helmet. It has no concept of helmets. And then the other ones are going to try to grapple everybody except for Alex. Is anyone's evasion 11 or lower?
No.
Mine is 14.
All right. Well, unless anyone's evasion is 11 or lower, you will not be grappled. But, Alex, I don't know if you want to let anybody know when it's your turn that another one just rose out of the depths. But there you go. Jules, how you doing? How you doing with skeletons in a cavern How you doing?
I'm a little stressed. I would like to. What do I want to do? For the. Okay, so we have the blade master. So I can use the blade portion, correct?
Yes, you can. That is a finesse roll.
Okay, delightful. I would like to do that to the closest Skellyman near me.
Sure. Please
Okay.
do that. Their toughness is 11.
I got an 8 because dice hate me.
Unfortunately, they are bone, and so you go, and your mind is like skin and flesh and muscle, and you like hit it between a rib.
You know, it's been a really stressful day, and she's not at her best right now.
A goose hiss at you as well. I don't know how your mind does with hissing skeletons, but yeah.
It's rude.
Alex, it is your turn.
He continues to glare at the Red Ranger, and then turns around and says, "There's more," and then attempts to punch the closest one, which is probably the one that attempted to grab the Red Ranger.
It's true. Please give me that might roll.
Do we want to bet money on whether I fail or not?
I mean, if you want to.
You can't get any worse than my rolls on the first night, so just
I have not
remember
rolled
that.
higher than a 7, so
You just beat your record. You got in the double digits.
They're like a weird size, so like your hand is kind of like
how are we being
Goes
grappled
right
by
next.
squirrel skeletons? I don't understand.
they're human. They're just like a weird slim size for a human skeleton. That must be what it is. It doesn't have anything to do with being seemingly trapped in an underground cavern with skeletons. It's fine. Link, it's your turn. How we doing? We're back up to the start of combat.
I knew it. It's like one of those bad movies. We need to get out of here. I want to see if I can find an exit.
Sure. How would you like to accomplish this task?
Well, he's gonna look around. That's the easiest way to find an exit, is
Give
to
me
look.
an alertness roll. That is a 10. You don't see an exit. The walls do seem to be one solid, massive wall. But with the 10, I will give you there is some sort of construction grade electrical wire that is kind of buried gently beneath the floor that you can see parts of peeking through as the skeletons rise, and it goes beneath the walls of the cavern. So there must be an exit of some kind.
There's electrical wires under the floor. They might help us find a way out. I don't know. Can I punch the skeleton that tried to grab me now?
Yeah, you can totally do that. Are they still grappled on you?
No.
Okay, yeah, then you can totally punch it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Actually,
might roll. Any punching is a might roll, unless you're doing some fancy taekwondo finesse rolling. That's a 19. You punch it so hard, its skeleton head goes flying into the wall, and it shatters and the body falls. But as soon as the body falls, you see another rise in its place, not quite standing where it was, but obviously the connection is that another one has taken its place.
Maybe we should not kill them.
Well, Felix, it is your turn.
Well, I'd at least like to get this one off of me. Can I do like an like maybe like an acrobatics to like jump. It's on my. Is it on like my back?
Yeah, it's on your. You're wearing like a little skeleton backpack. It's holding you in a hug, which would be super super fun and cute and romantic if it weren't a skeleton hissing in your ear like a goose.
Can I use acrobatics to like jump and then like land on it, like on my back?
Yeah.
15.
That's a 15. You do a jump, but you overcalculate a little, just slightly, so you actually end up close to the wall. And as you smack into the wall and the skeleton shatters from your back, the wall is actually kind of crumbly behind you.
Ooh. I think I might have found our way out of this mess. Can I do anything else? Like, can I like try and like break through the wall more, or no? It's my turn.
I think it turns over. I can't think of a free action that wouldn't be. That seems more of a standard action type of thing.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
But you discovered something new about the cavern, which is great. It is the skeleton's turn as another skeleton rises. After Felix, you have destroyed yours. The skeleton's thing is going to be grappling, so I'm going to roll might for them, and we're going to see what they get. They got a 10, which doesn't meet anybody's evasion. So they're getting close. They're getting real snuggly. It's like a night of the living prom in this room, in this cavern underneath the mall. Which is definitely how everybody wanted to spend their day, I'm sure. Jules, it's your turn. Skeletons right up there. Getting all
Yay.
romantic.
Aw, that's so cute. I would like to attempt. It's gonna go terribly. I would like to attempt to shoot the wall that is crumbly
Sure.
to try to make a hole
Please-
for us to.
Please give me that targeting.
Okay, it's gonna go terribly, but you know, yeah, I got
Please
it.
don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. No.
It's a good thing you're wearing power armor because Jules aims and like it hits your shoulder and Felix, you spin a little bit and you are.
You
now
know, it's a tradition that I somehow, within the first like couple of episodes, attack a fellow ranger. You know, at least you didn't get stabbed with a grill fork.
Not this episode, at least, but you are now prone, Felix. Thinking about your life choices, Alex. You've just watched a. You don't know what you just watched happen.
He's so pissed
What
at us.
is going on?
He hates us.
Ugh.
Kind of makes you wish you were back in Stone Canyon, doesn't it?
Wow. I'm gonna just try to. Is anybody being grappled right now?
Not currently.
Okay. So our plan is to go through the wall, so I'm gonna try to punch a hole through the wall.
Okay. Please do that. You have enough movement because it's not a super big cavern. Please do give me that might roll, unless you're punching it in a different way.
In a finesseful type of way.
I mean, technically, for a punch like this against a wall, I might consider brawn if your brawn is like really great or something.
Oh no. Oh no. A 5.
That's a 5. You punch it, and you're hard punch, and your hand gets like stuck a little bit as you're pulling back. You're just like, oh, that's great, Felix. You see this from your turtle position, prone. That now someone's hand is stuck in the wall. Link, it's your turn. Would you like to try to shoot one of your fellow rangers as well?
Nope. Link is not good at things at a distance. What he is going to do, however, is he is going to try to actually go. He's going to actually try to like run and like Superman punch the wall. So it's like one of those
Okay.
jumping leap punches.
All right.
And
I'm
can
gonna-
I use my heart of the team since it's a free action?
Yes, definitely.
So as he's starting to do that, I'm gonna yell, "Hey, Red, lead!" and use that to give him an upshift on his.
For this specific role, for the Red Ranger, give me an acrobatics or athletics for this, because you're like putting all of your weight behind the momentum.
All right, definitely athletics. Let's see, just to make sure the wall goes down, and this seems like an appropriate spot. I'm going to go ahead and activate Power Strike.
Yeah.
So I get an upshift.
Move that wall! Move that wall! Don't run over Alex! Don't run over Alex!
Don't punch Felix. Don't punch Felix.
I mean, you're on the ground, so you get
He's
kicked before you get
using you to
punched.
jump off of, is what he's doing. He's
Yay!
Yay! That 23. You wanted it real bad. You wanted to prove you could do this. You go through it, and you create like the opposite of a cave in. It's kind of a cave out, where a door to like a sub basement is revealed, and you actually keep going down a very small hallway, and you like fall face first right down onto like a set of steps going upwards, because your momentum was just a little too good. Um, but yeah, now you've opened up a kind of sub basement area. There's a set of steps going up, like must be part of a parking garage or something.
Hey, there's stairs. We can leave.
I was hoping you'd yell, "Oh yeah," as you did it, but
Missed opportunity. Maybe next time. Come on, let's leave.
Are we still in initiative?
You are no longer in initiative. There are some skeletons, but
Okay.
they continue to regrow. So unless you really want to stay and fight,
No.
I'll let you.
No. Jules is just gonna feel really bad for shooting the fancy man, so she's gonna run over and help Felix up and just, I'm so sorry. I've never shot anyone before. Are you okay? And she's gonna like help him up and make sure he's okay.
Yeah,
Fancy
I think
man.
it'll be fine. Let's just get out of here.
Okay. I really am sorry. And she runs through the hole.
Same with Felix.
Okay. Ace, are you taking the end of this, or are you?
yeah, I'll follow everyone else in and.
Follow you up the stairs. As you start going up the stairs, there are stairs. There's nothing strange about them. Everybody give me a performance roll.
It's weird that performance is the one social aspect I don't have any points in.
And I'm betting I can't use my specialization of guitar for this.
Yes, this is not a guitar specialization occasion.
I got a 1.
It's up to you what you do with that.
Can I re-roll that?
Yeah, I would spend a story point, or if you have one of the perks that lets you re-roll ones, I would use that now.
I don't have any of those, so I will use one of my story points. I have accrued quite a few of them.
Can I use my story point to reroll that 4?
Yeah, you can if you want to. This is a new scene, so
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what Felix gets on his reroll. Oh, okay.
Got a 3.
No, I'll keep mine, because just in case I need my story point later in the scene.
all right. So Felix and Jules, you're going to have a snag coming up for reasons. But you're all going to hear the sound of an emergency alert siren. And the further you get up the stairs, the more you're all going to start hearing it. And eventually the stairs just stop. You went up a couple of half stories. You're not sure where you are because it's super blank white walls, but there is a door in front of you and you can hear an emergency siren on the other side of the door.
Why does it feel like we're running from danger to more danger?
It certainly doesn't have anything to do with the asbestos spiders that I mentioned earlier before stream. There are no asbestos spiders on the other side of that door.
Okay, so the door itself, is it one of those ones that has like the push bar that opens, or does it have a door handle?
It has a handle.
Okay, so Link is going to open the door very slowly and peer out. A little difficult with a helmet, but he's going to try anyway.
Give me a whatever your strongest smarts roll is.
That would be alertness.
Give me that alertness roll. At 14, it is an emergency alert, which seems apropos. You can kind of see out into the street. The door is opening up into some sort of like lobby of some kind of building. You're not sure how far you've traveled, but definitely this is not part of the mall. It has these great glass. It kind of has these great glass things with panes, spider webbing across it, and the sky is getting real dark and nasty. It looks like you could have a tornado in Centurion Ridge any moment, which is not something Centurion Ridge has had happen before. More importantly, you can hear the sound coming from your right ear. It's like coming down right into your right ear. If you didn't have your helmet on, you'd be like, you for sure have some tinnitus going on if you didn't have a helmet on right now.
The tornado reference goes with what he's thinking. He's like, we don't have tornadoes here, but I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto.
Do you enter the room? Are you...
He is going to describe what he saw to the rest of the group, the spider webs, etc.
They're not actual spider webs. I'm having trouble figuring out how to describe a lobby. It's like normal windows. You're not seeing any actual physical spider webs.
Oh, okay. All right. He's like, all right. It's a lobby. It seems kind of safe. The alarms are definitely going off. I guess I'm gonna go first. He's gonna pull the blade blaster out with the knife, and he's gonna go through the door.
Great. So you hear it. You don't quite see it right away until you look up and you see the emergency beacon monster standing up 2 stories up in this lobby.
Emergency
looking
beacon
down.
Monster?
What?
Looking down from the yes. That's just what I said, and I mean it. Emergency beacon. It is.
Why does it have
emanating an emergency beacon?
Why does it have traffic lights in its chest?
And it's and you hear it say, "I'm going to make this whole town fall to its knees." Is anyone following Link into the lobby, or have you left Link to their own devices?
No, Jules was behind him, so she would have followed him in there.
Yeah,
it's a clown. I don't get it.
Felix is also following in, just kind of clutching his shoulder.
I'm so sorry.
Because still, getting shot by a beam of power hurts.
I'm so sorry.
Just wait till the explosions go off behind you and you go flying. You'll be okay.
All right.
Jules, by the way, this monster is wearing a traffic signal as like a chest. That is not something that is being made up. This is scientifically. How are you doing, Jules?
She's just staring and like unable to speak because she's not really sure what she's seeing.
I wasn't kidding.
Because it's like 2 stories up and on like a balcony thing. So like you're staring up too. It's not.
Yeah. Maybe it's a trick of the light because it's up, and maybe that's not really what it looks like.
It might be.
Don't stare, it's rude.
Link is like.
Look at it.
Link is a terrible shot. It's like, we'll see if it's a figment of our imagination. He's going to turn the blade blaster to the gun, point it in the direction of the monster, take a minute to kind of stare down the sights, and then he's going to pull the trigger like it's a video game.
Be careful.
Pew pew.
Don't shoot the fancy man. He doesn't like that.
Great, give me that targeting.
Okay.
Fancy man.
Give me that targeting.
Then just
I'm trying to.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how the skill shift works because he did aim down the sights.
Did you have
I don't have any ranks in it, so.
Okay, and it's just going to be the D20 then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is a 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
it's not. Oh, It's a 12, isn't it? That 14 is for alertness.
Wait, it is a 12. Never mind.
The 12 does not hit either.
Okay.
But you now, unfortunately, have the attention of Emergency Beacon, and I would like everyone to roll initiative again for me, please.
All right, more monsters. This is just turning out to be such a perfect day.
It's
You wanted your
sweet.
prize.
Hey, I passed.
Initiative is the only thing I can roll well today.
I will re-roll that instead of Alex because I want to 14.
Okay. Link, I'm gonna have you reroll because you have the same as the monster.
Okay.
Leia just sighs and goes, I miss the candles. Referencing the giant candle monster. That was
Me
the first
too.
monster
Oh wait,
she
wrong one.
faced. Okay. Since you got the same as Jules, I'm just going to make Jules A, and then you can be B. So we're not going to. There we go. Okay. The emergency beacon actually has the highest. The emergency beacon is going to use something called Mind Bomb. And what this is a yellow bomb that's going to come out of its forehead. And if you are in the 10 by 10 space where it is, you're going to be hit with like a willpower fear thing. and you're also going to be stunned for a turn. Let's see if it hits anybody.
It does.
I'm definitely not in that space.
All right. What is everybody's evasion?
Felix's is 17, but my willpower is 12.
Well, it's evasion to avoid a targeted thing. So it was more evasion, and then it was going to be a roll for willpower. So if your evasion is over 16, you're fine.
Mine's 15.
Oh.
Mine is 14.
Yeah, mine's 14.
All right, so Felix, you react to this enough to get out of its way. It's like a weird. It looks like kind of a yellow pumpkin because your mind can't think of how else to process it. But you see the rest of the rangers like get hit with this thing that sends them to their knees, not enough to go prone, but enough to be really distracting. And then it's going to roll for willpower. Whether you become so afraid that you're paralyzed. All right. So if you have if you have below 15, you are afraid. And you won't go your first turn essentially. So is anyone afraid?
Yep.
That would be me.
Not me.
If this is against willpower, then yeah, it's a 12.
You jumped out of the way, so you're
this
not going to be
doesn't affect me
affected
at all.
Yes.
Work. Okay.
So Alex and Link, you're affected by the mind bomb.
Yep.
All right. Not great for you. Great for me. Alex, so you're rethinking everything. Yes.
Wondering why I'm afraid of a stoplight.
It happens sometimes. Jules, you're next. It's too nonsensical for you to be afraid of it.
Okay, I am gonna, I guess. It's still up, right?
Yep, it's still up
Okay.
there.
I apologize in advance, Felix. I'm gonna try to shoot it.
Fabulous. Please give me
Sorry.
that targeting.
Felix is going to notice that she is pulling out her gun and is going to move as far out of the way as humanly possible, probably behind her. Inside.
You could actually move to the stairs that would take you up to the monster. That's probably actually the safest place
Right,
to
okay.
be, because the monster's on like a little ledge thing. But yeah, give me that targeting. You need to get a 14 or higher.
Oh gosh. Okay. I have 0 points in targeting.
Then why
I
are you
believe in you.
shooting stuff?
I believe in you.
Because I believe in myself, and one day I will pass a roll.
One day, but today is not that day.
Probably not. All right, let's try this and see how well it works. As she's shooting, she's apologizing. I said I was sorry. Oh god, I rolled.
Good lord.
Felix, you moved to the wrong spot.
No.
Your other shoulder gets hit this time.
Ah!
And you realize you're being hit with like a laser leather-bound version of like Moby Dick or something. Like as Jules is shooting, her lasers come out looking like books, and you're being like hit with like classic literature, just like being back in school.
I'm killing you with knowledge. It's fine. You distracted me. Next time, don't distract me.
This is going.
So, yeah,
this is
I know what I'm
great.
afraid of, and it's not the
It's not the monster. It's Jules with a gun.
Felix, it is your turn. Assuming you can survive.
Am I prone now because she shot me again?
No.
Okay.
Because it was a 1, so it clipped you more than it got you. Like friendly fire is never going to take health away. But yeah, I'm not going to send you prone.
Okay. I think you did last time though when she shot me.
Yes, that was much closer. You were actually
Oh, okay,
like
okay, okay.
physically in the way. You had tried to move out of the way this time.
Okay, how close is that ball thing that everyone is afraid of?
The mind bomb doesn't stay once it's just on the floor, it's just on the floor. Um, like, do you want to try
So
to
I
lift it to like throw it back at the monster?
No, I was gonna attempt to like spin kick it and like just like kick it out of the room or something.
Oh, I mean, you could. I will let you know that the only direction to kick it is through the lobby glass, which may have repercussions, depending upon how much you enjoy doing property damage.
Well, I'm trying. I mean, we're in a. This mall is going to hell, I think. So I'm not. I don't. I don't think they really have to worry about property damage.
You can do
But
whatever you want.
through a fit of just rage, and he's been shot by his teammate twice, and he's tired of all these monsters, and he's getting very frustrated. He's just going to run and do a little spin kick on. Can I use finesse on this? It's like a martial arts kick on the thing.
Yeah, definitely. That's what finesse is for.
Sweet.
Are you just attempting to mitigate your anger, or are you actually aiming for
I mean,
emergency beacon?
I'm aiming for emergency beacon,
All
but
right.
also if it doesn't hit him, I'm not going to be upset.
After you attempt to
Come
hit,
on.
it's a lot heavier than you thought it was going to be. It's a good thing it's not doing whatever wacky shenanigans it was doing earlier. So you go to kick it, and like the kick doesn't really land. And with that 3 and the kick, we are going to go to break for 10 minutes. And we are going to come back, and the Rangers are going to stalwartly and stout-heartedly defeat emergency beacon, assuming Jules doesn't shoot them all first. We'll see you in 10.
All right, we're back.
Welcome back, one and all, to Jules Verne's Blue Ranger Reign of Terror-Orama as they face the emergency beacon monster here in the lobby of a nondescript building. Because I am a generous and kind of loving GM, I will let you know that as you are debating what you want to do next, you realize you have moved quite a bit. You can actually see the mall in the distance. You are no longer at the mall. The mall is now weirdly across the street, but you have to deal with the emergency beacon, who is charging up, and they are going to try to attack with something called the traffic light blast, and it's going to be a beam of yellow light from its forehead because it is multi-purpose. What did it get? 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sucked for all of you. I don't think anybody's evasion is 20. I'm just gonna guess. Uh,
Nope.
so that is 1 point of health to each of you. Luckily,
Whoa.
it
Purple
only
damage.
does that. Yes. So that wasn't great. Didn't feel great. Felix, it's like being hit with 4 shots by Jules. Um, Alex, it just got super dangerous in here.
Maybe we should go back out with the skeletons.
It would probably
Uh,
work out better for me.
I don't know. You're getting hit wherever you are.
The skeletons are never ending. This is one monster. We could probably do it. I believe in us. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just take aim and shoot it.
Okay, give me that targeting. Alex, specifically you as a person that's been another type of ranger, do know that your power suit does allow for jumping, and you could actually jump that if you so wished. But please give me that targeting. You are looking for a 14 or higher for that.
Oh. Yeah, well. Hey, 18.
Yay.
Yeah, that 18, you actually hit, amusingly enough, you hit the green light on it. Take for that what you will, and its green light sparks out, and it jolts a little bit, and you actually hit it where it wasn't expecting, and it just kind of falls down. Um, it falls quite a bit, and then there's like a shaking of the ground as it falls right to where all of you are, kind of in the center of you. Um, it falls a little bit just to the left of its mind bomb. And Jules, it's your turn. If you'd like to try to shoot it up close, or something else, what would you like to do?
I am going to. So I know that I can jump that high, but Jules doesn't know that, right?
You only learn by trying. That's how science works.
Fair enough. Okay. What else? What else is around her? Because I feel like she wouldn't just think, "Oh, let me try jumping up there," because she instinctively knows she can't jump that high. But she might try to jump on top of something else, and then accidentally jump up. Like keep going.
The stairs are open concept. The only other thing in this room is like a lobby desk with a computer on it.
Okay.
There is Felix.
There is Felix as well. If you want to continue your reign of terror against your fellow ranger.
How far away is the desk from where the monster is?
About 20 feet.
Okay. So Jules is gonna say, "I think I figured it out. I'm just too far. I just need to get closer, and then I can shoot and hit him." So she is gonna, sorry, Felix. She is gonna try to jump up on the desk, I think, is what her original thought is, but because she has the Power Ranger oomph, she's actually gonna jump up to where the monster is.
Great. Give me athletics or acrobatics.
Let's do acrobatics.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a 19. Yay.
Great. You really overshoot that.
Oh.
You were expecting to like do like a nice little jump. You're like up on a balcony now, like not the one the monster was on, but you're like looking down. And you realize that your suit allows you for greater jumping distances right now, but really useful to know later, especially if you want to shoot Felix from the sky.
Okay. Is that all I can do?
That was just a skill check, so I'll call that a free action if you want to dive onto the monster or something of that nature.
I do actually. Alex didn't jump up there, right? Alex shot from down on the ground.
Alex shot from down on the ground, which caused it to fall. So yes, no one. You are currently the tallest person in the structure.
That never happens. I'm never the tallest person. Okay. Is there fall damage in this? I was gonna say in this video game, but do you take fall damage if?
Only if you roll like a 1. I mean, if you roll like a 1, I'm going to have to like. There's a consequence for a 1.
Right.
But yeah.
That is actually something that could happen today.
But you haven't used a story point yet,
already.
Correct? If you haven't used the story points...
That is true. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to... And this is a really bad idea, but I want to drop down onto the monster and try to knock the monster, like, all the way down and, like, land on the monster. Where my friends are.
Okay.
On the ground. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's going to be a might or a finesse.
Ooh, finesse, please.
Especially if that's finesse martial arts.
I have power weapons, so I guess that probably wouldn't help.
Does not help. So now it's going to be a finesse without specialization, or it's going to be
Could
a
I
might.
technically use my body as a power weapon?
No, your body is blunt. So if you're using your body,
Never
then
mind.
it definitely is going to be might.
No, that's okay. Oh wait, whoops, wrong button. Okay, let's 11.
11 doesn't do any damage,
That's
but
fine.
you do kind of fall enough um, where you kind of land on the yellow light on its forehead, and you crack that, and
Okay.
that's very satisfying.
But it stays up, right? It doesn't. We don't fall down.
Well, it's already prone because it fell onto the lobby floor, so now you're just standing on top of it.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep standing there then.
Great, Link.
Cool.
Blue
Enemies on the
Ranger-
ground.
Yeah, the Blue Ranger took a swan dive onto the enemy after the Black Ranger shot it down.
I didn't know you were into wrestling. Wait, hold on.
Wait, what?
He's gonna run over to the monster, and then he's just gonna curb stomp it right in the, right into one of the red lights. Why not?
Give me a might roll, please.
Of course not. You know what? I want to use my story point since I have not used one, and that is a 1.
Yeah, use your story point. I want to give you a fighting chance. You've all been such good sports.
I think a 12 is probably a miss.
12 is a miss, unfortunately. But you're being brave, and that's great. Felix, you'd like to end this, I'm guessing, so that you don't get shot at anymore?
I would love to end this. I am
How would you like to end this?
I'm going to use a personal PowerPoint to use my volley shot to shoot this thing twice. Can I perhaps, since it's 2 shots, can I perhaps roll 2 targetings? Or I know that's not how the mechanic works.
Yeah.
I know that's not how it works.
Roll the first one, and then if that doesn't land, then you can roll the second. Usually, if you roll, then it just does 2 damage.
$17.
17
Okay.
does work.
Since I have 2 shots, can I shoot one in the cracked yellow spot and then one in the red light that hasn't been hit yet?
I mean, you can, but Jules is literally standing right on top of that yellow light. So
Oh, damn it. Okay, hold on. Wait. Can I make her move? Can I make her move? Can I say anything to make her move?
No, that is not something.
Okay, fine. Then I'll just shoot the do I have a clear shot of the yellow part?
It's pretty big, so yeah, you can shoot some of the yellow. It will just be very.
I just
close
don't want to
Jules's
shoot
feet.
Jules, is what I'm saying.
Yes, you can shoot at an area near Jules's feet.
Okay.
For sure.
I am so sorry that I am ruining your day today, Felix.
You're not. It's fine.
It's ruined. Ruined.
He enjoys being shot. It's okay.
I love it.
So you can take a chance because you technically have done 2 damage to this. Or you can do the 1 damage and then roll again to see if you get the second, which is what I think you wanted to do. Is that what you wanted to do?
No,
'Cause the
I
17
wanted.
hit for both of that.
I was kind of like asking that as a contingency if like one of my shots was bad. Do you know what I mean? And then I could like take the better of the 2 rolls. Do you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
So like one shot would miss, but the other one would hit. Do you know what I'm saying? At least one would hit.
Yes,
theoretically.
But they both hit because you got it on the 17.
Yes.
Which is neat. And so you hit that. Jules, because you are atop the monster, you start to like feel it shake a little bit as the second shot hits. The monster begins to vibrate, and you find yourself literally standing on top of a traffic light, and purple goo it starts to sink through the floor and out of sight. Jules, you get off just in time before you'd fall off of it. But basically, it goes from a humanoid monster and it turns back into some like emergency beacon siren thing that was attached to a traffic light.
Can I just kick it away from me?
I mean, it's a traffic light, so sure, yeah, you can kick it if you want.
She's just gonna kind of, maybe not kick it, but like move it with her foot so that it's not so close to her.
Okay. Everyone give me a culture roll.
I'm uncultured.
Jules is apparently very cultured.
Felix got an 8.
Oh, hey.
I can't see any of your rolls. Here they go. They all started coming in at once. So Felix probably... Excuse me, I'm going to excuse for a moment. I apologize. Probably from the barrage of friendly fire is why this happens, you assume, but your power armor and your helmet start to waver a little bit, and then a lot, and then you're left without any power armor. And so it happens to you first, and then it happens to Alex, and then it happens to Link. And then last, Jules, you see you can see it because you had a visor on. And then all of a sudden you're holding the book that you had with you. Because it went into like weird Ranger void space, but you're no longer like all of your power armor just dissipates off of you.
Did we win? And
Well, we beat the monster, and it seems like our little raisin head friend can create monsters with his ooze.
I don't like this grapevine. Link still has that can of soda, and he's gonna like point it towards, I don't know, like a wall, and then open it in case it sprays.
And then does not spray, which, you know, yeah.
Oh, sweet. He's just gonna start drinking it. Okay. That was definitely not what I was expecting.
What were
should
you
we
expecting?
do now?
I'd leave? I hope? Can we?
Go, but where should we go?
okay, wait a minute. You, and she points to Alex. You, and she points to Leia. The two of you seem to have a better idea of what's going on. So, what is going on?
Yeah, Rockstar, have any idea what we should do now?
I don't know. Ask the leader.
This is my first time dealing with this, but I think we should not have this conversation here, just in case, because we are trespassing, sort of.
No, we were invited. I'm gonna look at my communicator and go. We could always try to call the little robot guy.
Okay.
That sounds like a swell idea. Who would like to volunteer? Anyone?
Link is gonna go ahead and press, like, open up his communicator. Hello? Do I have to dial a number on here?
You hear there's a little fluctuation of red from inside doors because here's the Red Ranger. You hear your power armor requires a 12-hour recharge. Thank you. Your power armor requires a 12-hour recharge.
Can we all hear that?
Yes, everyone can hear that. It's like a concierge desk message from a hotel. It's very pleasant and androgynous.
Okay. Well,
Are you sure this is a communicator?
Well, if it works like the last one I had, it is.
Jules is going to look at hers. Is there any other buttons or functions on it, or is it just like a blank screen?
there's not really a screen. You have your calculator portion of it when you flip it up, but there's no
Okay.
screen to look at.
Okay.
Using my morphing grid tech, can I figure out how to use the communicator?
You can certainly attempt that with a tech roll. I want everyone else to give me an alertness roll.
Of course.
6. My alertness rolls are always going to be super bad because I don't have any points in them, and I think that's just a credit to how aloof Felix is.
You know, it happens. Alex, there does not seem to be a communicator portion to this, which is troubling but kind of on brand if you're completely honest with yourself, all things
That's
considered.
right. They did have separate communicators.
Jules, you're going to notice this first because you're a science Jules, you have a reason your name is Jules Verne. The cars outside that are parked outside the lobby, they're starting to like change. They're not. They're starting to like elongate outside.
Oh.
And that's when you hear help from outside.
Oh, I think we have a problem. The cars.
Yeah, we do. We're stuck in here.
No, we have another problem. The cars, they're changing. And did anybody else hear that? That somebody just said help?
I think you're
The
hearing
voice calling help calls out help again. It is outside.
Well,
I mean,
no time to hero like the present, and Felix is going to. Is there a door to the outside, or?
Yeah, there's doors. It's a lobby, and there are doors to the outside.
Don't just go running. We have to have a plan.
He obviously didn't listen the first time.
Well, someone's in danger, and none of us seem to really want to come up with a plan anyway, so I'm just going to head out.
He didn't give me a chance. I'm gonna shoot him again.
Well, you gotta wait 12 hours before you can shoot him because your gun won't come back for 12 hours.
Why 12 hours? It seems like such an arbitrary amount of time.
Also,
That-
I don't know if, how long have we been morphed for? Can you give us like a ballpark?
So you were at least morphed for 2 hours, give or take, because the first fight. You also don't know how long you were actually in the quicksand for because you moved locations. So it does stand to reason you lost some time moving through the quicksand too. And considering how bad the weather is outside, and the black clouds and the purple lightning streaking through it too, which not great. Purple lightning's not a thing you've seen before, so it has to have been a couple hours.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah. And so because you ran out the lobby doors, you actually see it out of the corner of your eye. There is a tanga on the street, and there is a guy in blue overalls huddled near a blue van that says "Ernie's Pawn Shop. You want it? We got it." And the guy in blue overalls is like cowering, and there is just like a tanga standing over him menacingly. Blackbirds. You don't know they're called tangas yet. They're the blackbirds from before. There's one outside the mall.
Right. Is this a combat situation?
I'm not going to make anyone roll initiative. It's up to you as to what you do.
You know, if I were to try to set a trap for a bunch of do-gooders, I would definitely
That was my
make it
thought
look like
too.
somebody's in trouble.
Yeah, that was my thought too. Is this could definitely be a trap.
Too convenient.
But it is up to Felix because right now they're the only one that has run outside the lobby unless all of you have run.
Oh no, I'm having this conversation inside.
Jules is gonna
Okay.
run to the door and yell quietly to, I don't know how far away from the door Felix has gone.
Yell quietly. Well, I was sort of just on my way to the door. I don't know if I've left to go outside yet. So if you yell at something,
Okay,
convince
then
me to
yeah,
go
then
out,
Jules will yell
turn
out,
around.
Wait, it could be a trap.
But it's a person that needs help, and
We don't know that.
Can we
And
see
we've
the
had
Tenga?
skeletons popping up, and we've got
Can we
traffic
see
lights
the
turning into
person that the
monsters.
Tenga is supposedly terrorizing?
You can see the person, and they're essentially prone, crouched down, yelling for help. They're like doing that thing where, like, during a tornado drill, where you're like hovering the back of your neck in elementary school, because that's like their pose. And they're like the world's best actor. If this is the hose job.
Look, there
Uh,
is somebody out there who is clearly in danger by one of those bird monsters that is here. I am going to go help them. If you would like to come with me, you may. I will allow that. But if you don't, c'est la vie.
You
They're
will
all
allow
tangled
that?
up. Ah, tangled, because you don't know they're called tangos yet. But
I have a question. The blue van, Ernie's pawn shop, is that a business that I'm aware of that actually exists in Centurion Ridge?
yep, Ernie's pawn shop. You want it? We got it.
All right.
It's. I mean, it's not like it's a pawn shop, so it's not like the most well-known thing in Centurion Ridge. But like, if you need stuff, Ernie's got stuff.
Okay, because I was about to ask, is there a chance that I recognize that person?
You might recognize that person.
I can roll a culture roll for Centurion Ridge history.
Yeah, go
Would
for
that
it.
be beneficial in this?
Yeah, go for it.
16?
It's 16. Yeah, there's a guy named Ernie that has a pawn shop. You knew someone that went in once to get like an amp for something. Ernie does like stuff. Maybe you went to the pawn shop once for like a thing, and he was really nice.
Oh, so this is Ernie in the blue overalls.
No, but it doesn't look like Ernie. You know Ernie is a heavyset gentleman, so this must be Ernie's
Right.
worker.
Somebody who works for him. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I am continuing on my way outside until somebody either grabs me or...
I'm gonna actually go with him. Like we should help. If it's a trap, we're safer together, and we can't stay here. We're asking to be trapped in a worse place.
We don't have armor.
At
We
least
don't have
if we're-
weapons.
Yeah, but if we're outside, we have places to run. We don't if we're in here.
Do you really think we can outrun that bird thing? It can fly.
Yeah, but I know my way around the city. I've lived here my entire life. Come on. No time like the present. I mean, do you want to stay here with that and the skeletons? And he's going to point at the emergency beacon. You never know if that thing's going to stand back up. There's 4 of us and 1 of that thing. If we can at least scare it off, he has a van. We can use the van to get out of here.
You know what?
And if he's a fake, he's got keys. So we can take the keys, take the van, and then leave.
Fine. But if this does turn out to be a trap and something happens to me, I reserve the right to say I told you so.
You can haunt me
shoot
if something happens. Hey, I don't think I deserve that.
So I guess Jules is gonna follow them out, even though it's probably a trap and we're all gonna get attacked.
Jules,
You know there's more in the back of the van, right?
Jules, you notice the cars that were elongating. The front of them are starting to turn into beaks. So
Okay.
whatever's gonna do, time to do whatever it is that's gonna happen.
Yeah, we need to do this now. The cars are turning in. There's beaks now. We gotta go. If we're gonna do this, we need to go and get out of here.
Sounds like a plan. Gonna go attack. Link is actually just gonna go run and attack the Tenga.
Great! I love that journey for you. What would you like to roll to attack said Tenga?
It's on the ground, correct?
It is hovering over the person, and has not. It's not focused on you. So like, if you blindside it, you're gonna blindside it.
Excellent, because he's basically going to try and tackle it into the ground, and then like do that whole like freaked out like punch barrage, like ah.
Great. Give me brawn or might for this.
All right, might it is. Since it's unaware of me, do I get an edge for this?
You not get an edge, but it has a relatively low threshold. So
All right, 14.
That 14. It's solid. You connect with it. You send it kind of over. It caws. It has a moment of recognition, even though it doesn't know why it recognizes you. And the person in blue overalls goes, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay."
Start the
Oh,
van.
thank
We
you.
need to get out of here. Start the van.
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, got the van. I got the van. Get in the van. Is there anyone with you?
Yeah, Link is going to open the back door. I'm assuming the back door is unlocked.
The back door is unlocked. There's some stuff in there. There are no seats, but there's room for everyone to get in the van.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to go ahead and climb in and like motion for everybody to join him and pull them into the van.
Is anyone not getting in the van? Anyone have any questions you want to ask quickly or anything you'd like to do?
Well, this kind of all happened so fast. I was going to, while Link was going to fight the Tenga, I was going to try and get to the person and talk to them.
Okay, you can still talk to them. They are just definitely like looking at the van, wanting to be anywhere else. I will show you their picture, so that you know what they look like. Their name is Freddy, and this is what they look like.
Great. Felix is going to help them up from off the ground and is going to ask them their name and if they can get us out of here.
I'm Freddie. Hi. I came. Ernie sent me out to see if we could find anybody that's out. Things are going wacky out here. We got to get to safety. They already shut the bridges down, so there's really Ernie's is going to be the safest place in the city right now, except for not the mall, and Freddie kind of gestures to the mall, and there's like a proto tornado of darkness swirling over the mall. So the mall is not a safe place to be, obviously.
Sounds good, and I'm going to hop into the van and wait for everybody else to come in.
Yes. There's no way to do it saucily because there are no seats. So you just kind of have to clamber into the van, and it's not graceful.
It's okay. Felix's all of Felix's energy that he puts toward his grace has been wiped out for the day, so
Because you got shot twice. Ace, what are you thinking?
I'm just going to hop in the van and...
All right. Jules?
Yes. Jules is getting in the van, and then once we're in the van and we're driving, she's actually going to pull her book back out and just start reading.
Link, are you going after the Tango with vengeance, or are you just hopping in the van now that things are...
No. Escape.
Escape. Escape. Okay, so the van door slams shut behind you. You're in the van. Freddy goes, "Oh my god. Is that everybody? Is there anybody else? I don't want to have to do this again."
That's all of us. Just
all right.
Go.
And so Freddy turns over the van once and goes, "Come on. And he goes, "This has been happening ever since this started." And he just, does anyone have any driving skill?
Yes, actually I do.
If you would like to roll like you're doing lend assistance.
Oh.
So just basically roll your driving skill.
Ooh.
And so Freddy doesn't see this, but a little bit of black energy crackles up through to where the keys are. And like it turns over the van. He goes, "Oh, thank God. I didn't think it was going to start. I hate this. I don't know what this is, but I hate it." And like, uh, Freddy just like GTAs you back to the pawn shop. You get jostled a little bit as you're being GTA'd around the city. Um, if anybody wants to give me an alertness roll to look and see kind of what you see, Jules, you would do so with a snag because you are engrossed in your book.
I actually will make the roll, but Link at this point is actually like. Actually, you know what? I'm going to skip the roll because at this point, Link is like sitting down on the floor, kind of curled up on himself with his head in his hands, going, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God," and like he's just muttering something under his breath.
Yeah. It's not better if you look outside for your mental health. It looks like heck is being rained down on Centurion Ridge. Like, nothing looks safe. Looks like you could have a tornado at any second. There's purple lightning in the sky. Cars are turning maybe into birds. It's really hard to say. Um, and Freddy, as he's driving, is going, "Okay, all right, so we're just gonna go until we get there. Once we get there, I'm gonna someone's gonna have to take the wheel, and I'm gonna jump out, and I'm gonna open the gate. Then we're gonna close the gate, and then we'll be safe. All right? Who's gonna take the wheel while I open the gate?
I can drive.
All right, good. You don't have to drive. It's just I have to get out to actually unlock, and then we'll be fine because then we'll be behind a fence, and it'll be fine, and they'll be fine. Um, and so you do a couple of turns. You can actually see the bridges. For anyone looking out the windows, there are cars just stalled on the bridges, and it kind of occurs to you that there's a good possibility that you are now stuck downtown, and you probably don't live downtown, which is not great. But you pull up in this blue van to Ernie's pawn shop, and Alex, as you take the wheel to hold the van steady, Freddy is as good as their word, pops open the gate, and like does that motion for you to like drive forward into this very like not a large parking lot, but something for like the back of the pawn shop. Um, for the van, and the fence does give an illusion of safety, which is very nice. And Freddy is like, "All right, pawn shop, safest place," and does like that motion for you to go into the pawn shop. Doesn't wait very long before entering himself, because he's just not having it today.
Hey, Jules, you know what's inside the pawn shop?
What?
Guns.
Fantastic.
Stay away from them.
Oh. Okay.
There are no guns in this pawn shop. I'm just letting you know that right now. So the first thing you hear unsettlingly is you see a heavyset fellow that kind of looks like Ernie from, well, Stone Canyon, Angel Grove. Must be like a Nurse Joy situation. Who knows? But you just hear like he's pulling away a phone from his ear, and you all hear this message kind of very loudly. "This is your new overlord, Ivan Ooze. If you wish to place a call, you have to bow down to me. If not, too bad, you're stuck." And Ernie slams down the phone and goes, "Well, that's not good. Freddy, you're back. You found people. Oh, you found many people. Hello, kids. Welcome to my pawn shop."
You look familiar.
I get that a lot. Yeah, it's the face.
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Mr. Ernie, I presume.
Yeah, that's me, Ernie's pawn shop. You got it. You want it. We got it. So that's This is probably the safest building in the city. This was a reinforced historic landmark, so whatever's going on out there, you're safe from it in here, which is it seemed bad. I sent Freddie out, and I guess the van broke down a couple times while he was out there. So yeah, so I'm glad he got back safe.
Excuse me, sir. Um, do you maybe have a first aid kit? And she points to Felix. Um, he somehow got hurt a couple of times. Um,
Oh yeah, no, I got a first aid. What do you need? I got everything but like fishing line. I can't do any minor surgery, but like yeah, we got band-aids and stuff.
yeah, maybe just some maybe ointment and bandages for him.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you look okay. Are you feeling? Oh, where matters? Freddie, get him some Gatorades, and Freddie goes like around a corner, and like brings out some like Gatorades, and he goes, "This is the best we got. We got some salted peanuts and stuff back here, but it's not we're not really stocked for this sort of thing."
Thank you.
I'll take whatever is being given to me, and I will say, I'm doing fine. I think I'll be okay, but thank you.
You say that now. I don't know if we're all going to be okay. Whoever this Ivan Ooze character is, he's all over the TV as well. Like he's taken over the airwaves. I don't know what's going on in the city, but I never thought something like this would happen in Centurion Ridge.
Do you know, is the whole city affected? The
There's no way to know. You just heard me on the. I don't know if you heard what the weirdo said on the phone, but it's not any better. And Ernie goes over to like an old TV set and he flicks a knob on it, and like it pops up like the old TVs used to do, where it would like flicker open to an image. And it's just like a picture of Ivan Ooze's face, just like grinning menacingly, and he shuts it off real quick, and he goes, "That's the only thing we're getting on any of our TVs right now, and I can't sell a TV with that face in there. Let me tell you what. I don't even want to look at it."
I hope my parents are okay.
I hope so
Felix is
too.
gonna
If they're in the city,
Felix is going to mutter to himself, um, "It's uglier in person."
Ernie is going to pretend he didn't hear you, but Freddy just kind of looks your way and just kind of does a little gopher head tilt thing, and decides not to ask a question. But they have questions now, and so unless anyone has a question for Ernie, because we're getting close to the end of the episode, I'm gonna let you know what's gonna happen. Uh, does anyone have any questions for Ernie? Any dialogue things you'd like to do?
No, I think
Other than Link having a nervous breakdown, no, we're good to go.
Okay. Actually, Ernie notices that and goes, "Oh, you look like you're gonna have a panic attack. Are you? I got beanbag chairs up in the loft, and there's like a little area with sleeping bags and beanbag chairs. He's like, do you need to sit down, son?"
He's just gonna like move in that direction, like mostly on autopilot.
Yes. And you do that. You can still see everyone. You're just kind of on a little high thing where there's a whole bunch of sleeping bags around you, so it's kind of comfortable looking if you're honest with yourself. Um, Ernie's gonna tell you a little bit about themselves. They are actually one of the cousins of the Ernie that owns Ernie's Juice Bar. They do look quite a bit of like, um, and you'll find out more about that over time. Ernie is going to offer. He usually rents out the apartments in the brownstone above the pawn shop to college students in Centurion Ridge, but right now there's no college happening, so he doesn't have any tenants in those apartments. They're not very furnished. They've just got like a bed and a TV and a little kitchenette. You'll have to share a bathroom, but he makes it very clear there's no way to get out of downtown, at least not as it is. And so he's offering you the hospitality that he has, under the assumption that it's the safest place in the city right now that he can tell.
Felix is going to like look around, and just kind of sigh and go, "Well, I guess it'll do. Could use a little bit of decorating."
Yes,
But-
it is quite sparse when you get up. I'm not going to make you roll for it now, but next episode you will roll to see if you have a room that faces the street or a room that faces the parking lot. We'll do that some other time. I do want everyone to roll culture for me again, as we're getting near the end of the episode.
$15.
Got a 15. I'm just waiting on Link. I'm actually going to roll for Leia. Okay, Leia got 21. Link, you got 22. Link, you're the highest. As you get to your room and you're like, your brain is like, nope, I don't want to do this anymore. Your Ridge morpher connects with Red Lightning to the TV, and Alpha 5 pops up on your TV screen and goes, "Hi, I finally got through." And that's where we're gonna end the episode, with you, Link, getting to see Alpha 5, the only thing on TV that's not Ivan Ooze, apparently. And I'm gonna write that down just so that I don't forget. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in to Power Rangers Centurion. I want to thank all the Rangers for being good sports, especially John Blair's Felix, who got shot by friendly fire a couple times. But it'll be fine. It will be fine, and we'll see everyone in 2 weeks for another episode of Power Rangers Centurion. And everyone have a good night. May the power protect you. Bye.